Hello and welcome back to GoodKnitKisses. Today we're going to talk about some stitches, and we are working with some Addi Turbo needles in size 15 American or 10 millimeter, and the Bernat Softy Chunky yarn. This is color grass if you're interested. This one actually calls for a, let's see, what is this one? This is a size 8 millimeter or a US size 11. I'm doing the 15 today, just because. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to knit through the back loop. Well, let's get started. Okay, we're going to start with a slip knot, and we're going to cast on however many stitches you want to do for your project. This is for practice, so it's really whatever you want to do. Just slip your slip knot on to the first needle and cast on. I'm just going to do a knit cast on today. Okay. If you need to see my slower beginner video, we'll have the links for you. I personally like this better than the slingshot, which is like the long tail cast on, personally. The cable cast on is nice too, and we'll show you that as well on another video. Okay, I'm just going to cast on just because this is so bulky. I'm going to do just 6 stitches. I don't think you need much more than this to get the point across. Okay. Alright, so we've got our stitches. Make sure they're not on the tip there. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so normally with the knit stitch you would insert your needle into the first stitch here, like this. Okay, and then you would knit like wrapping around the yarn. In this case we want to knit through the back loop, so we're going to go to the back, which is back here. And we're going to put our needle through the loop in the back. If I can get it in there. I got it too tight. Alright, so it's in the back here, going from the front of the stitch to the back of the stitch behind this left needle. Okay, and then wrap our yarn around as usual. Pull it through. Okay, slide it over, and remember to pop that and let it drop off. Go ahead, and for the next one, go to the back of the needle. If you need to push it forward, you can do that. And then look it out from the back. Yarn over. Pull it through and let it drop off. All right, let's do that again. We're going to put our needle in the very back, like that. Going to yarn over. Pull it through and let that drop off. If you don't let it drop off, remember in your knitting, if you leave this on here and you knit it again, you've made a yarn over. If any of it pulls over onto this side over here, you've kept an extra stitch on there that you don't need. Okay, so we're going to go through the back of this loop here, knit that over, and pull it on through, drop that off, go to the back of this one, okay. And knit that over. Oops, if it drops off you can use your finger. Okay, and then this last one, you can knit through the back loop on that as well. Get that yarn and drop that over. Okay, so now we've got 6 stitches knit through the back loop. We're going to turn it over, and in order to keep it a stockinette stitch so you can see what knit through the back looks like, you'll need to make this back side or the wrong side in a purl stitch. So if you don't remember the purl, you need to make sure that your working yarn is in the front, and put your needle in through the front, loop it around for the yarn over, and let it pull through like this. Okay, and then let it drop down again. I've got a video on that and I go really slow. Okay, So now the yarn stays in the front. Continue on this way, letting that pull through and drop down. All right, continue your purl row for how many stitches. If you need to pause the video, if you've got more, that's just fine. I like these big thick needles, but I don't like how tight the cord is. Okay. All right, so we've got our purl row, and we're going to flip our needles back over again. Okay, so now we're going to knit through the back loop again. So go to the back of this loop, yarn over, and pull it through. Drop that one off, go to the back of the stitch, okay, yarn over, and pull it on through. Drop that off, go to the back of the stitch, like that, knit over, let it drop. And we'll just do this a couple more times. Get it to the end of the row, and then we'll be able to see what it looks like. Okay, so you can see that it's a very twisted looking stitch. It's called a twisted knit stitch. It becomes like a Y and not a regular kind of V. It's really bumpy and bulky, but it makes it a stretchier stitch. So if you want a stretchier stitch, you can use a whole bunch of these, but you'll see in patterns usually it's only called for a few times. If you're translating a pattern from loom knitting, anything that says E-wrap is going to be knit one through the back loop. So if you find that you've been learning one or the other, you can switch back and forth knowing that. All right, well, I hope that has helped you today. Have a great day and happy knitting. Bye-bye.